Kelly, thank you very much for that lovely introduction. Good afternoon. And I wish to welcome everyone here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy day, your busy schedule to come here. Thanks not only to our volunteers, but when you're launching your campaign 7 months from Election Day, that's a commitment. But when your volunteers are working tirelessly right beside you, that's a blessing. And to my volunteers that are here today, thank you very much. My name is Kevin Taylor, and today I formally announce my decision to run for Ward 7 City Councillor. I am honored to put my name on the ballot and look forward to representing the residents of Ward 7 on City Council. Many of you know me as the owner of the Cheesecake Cafe or as a volunteer in the city, either with the CNIB or on the Sport Check for Zanny's Mother's Day Run and Walk. And now, I'd like you to know me as Councillor-elect for Calgary Ward 7. One thing I've learned through personal experience and operating a small business is never give up. And there's no better person in this room than the wife of Roberta. Where is Roberta? Here. There she is. Roberta is Jose Neto's wife, and we cannot tell you that there's no better person in this room that knows never to give up. Thank you for coming. In 2010, my run for Ward 7 Alderman garnered the most number of votes out of any non-incumbent in the city of Calgary. I plan to carry that momentum forward going into October 2013. There are many reasons why I'm running. To name a few, we need a new style of leadership to represent this ward. For over 4 years, I've watched the current alderman tell the community and business people of Calgary what she wants, not what they want. I've listened to her tell the people of Chinatown how to run Chinatown. We have an urgent need for financial discipline in Calgary. We need a change. And when it comes to doing a budget and spending $800,000 on a budget where only 1.8% of the population comes out and says anything, that's not acceptable to me. Building the west leg of the LRT and deciding to go underground, that's a good idea for an additional $65 million. And then not adjusting the original budget is clearly not a sound business practice, nor the way I run business. I'm very sorry to see that the taxi industry is suing a Calgarian for what I believe is $1 million for somebody who's trying to improve the service for everyone, tourists included. The number of taxi cabs should be tied to population and demand, not regulatory control. These solutions are just a small part of our personal commitment and personal responsibility. Is it me, or does it seem like we need to have a separate budget to handle everything that council defers to studies and reports? But that's a separate question for a separate time. I am committed to the residents of Ward 7 and will build stronger community partnerships with open, two-way lines of communication. Back in 2010, we were talking about the Peace Bridge. 3 years later, we are still talking about the Peace Bridge. And the city has not yet calculated the total cost of the bridge. We should not be disappointed. We should be outraged that the Peace Bridge has been mentioned over 1,000 times in the media, while the urgent crisis of Calgary homelessness has been mentioned less than 300. We need priorities and balance. As such, a diverse section of Calgary is Ward 7 and has been plagued with numerous mobility issues, from car to bicycle to foot traffic. These issues have been remained unsolved for years, or worsened in Kensington. Parking remains an ignored item for almost a decade. 4 years ago, our city rejuvenated 16th Avenue with a pedestrian-friendly corridor. Over $20 million over budget and 2.5 years late. The budget overrun resulted in no new business, no new tangible development, and not one single building being built. Annual high taxes and tax hikes have become a norm in Calgary. Your city council continues to spend money on haphazard initiatives. The current alderman was quoted by Mike Thomas of the Calgary Sun about refurbishing the old concrete lions. It wouldn't use up the entire fund. We could still be able to incorporate some contemporary art, the alderman stated. Mike Thomas asks, what fund? How do you have money left over for money you don't have? Remember, they eliminated the 1% policy, the art policy, and landscaping from the budget. That's not openness and transparency in my mind. Before committing excessive amounts of our money to unnecessary luxury projects, we need to allocate our financial capacity to increase community safety, mobility, and growth opportunities, specifically around recreational centers. Part of our community safety is having more taxis on the streets, like I mentioned earlier. We need to issue more taxi licenses to ensure greater competition for the safety and benefit of all Calgarians. Let's move forward and with responsible and accountable decision making. Ward 7 needs a change, and now is the time. I plan to introduce transparency and accountability into City Hall by representing the people of Ward 7. I will embark on a mission of change. I challenge the 3-year rolling budget as it wipes out almost any input from the citizens of Calgary. But through door knocking, it is apparent, once again, issues concerning Ward 7 that the residents keep telling me day in and day out circulate around mobility, safety, and efficiency. I promise to do more door knocking tomorrow, the day after, and right up to Election Day. I welcome debates and other public opportunities to represent the citizens of Ward 7. Community involvement and support is extremely important to me. Why? Simply put, I care. Like the rest of you that are in the room today, you care. I am committed to working towards the right answer when talking about financial discipline. We want a city that reflects you, who you are, and what you care about. You know that a strong economy is fundamental, and understanding the importance of fiscal transparency and discipline is imperative. Now's the time for effective ward leadership to run this $3 billion corporation. I know how to sign both sides of a check, meaning revenue in and spending out. I am a small business owner. Finally, this is about you, not me. I speak with residents every day, and one thing I hear over and over and over again is that you want to see a change. Seize the opportunity. Thank you. Commit 4 minutes of your time to vote for me, and I will commit 4 years of my time to represent you. Thank you.